Hey guys, welcome back to the 34th episode of Let's Play Space Engineers as a German engineer. If you're new here, I'm Daniel. I've been born and raised in Germany, and I've been living and working as a software engineer for the last 10 or so years in the San Francisco Bay Area, Silicon Valley. In the last episode, we extended this hole here. You can't really see it. It's deeper than it was before, believe me. And we added some extension legs to the MMR, just so that it didn't float as awkwardly. And I think this time we're going to do the exact same thing again. No, we're not, obviously. But I do think we have the drills, we have the pistons, we have everything we need, and we should make the silo deep enough. So I just want to slap some more pistons on there and lower it a little bit more just to be safe. I really don't want to be in a situation where we build like our rocket and our silo, and then we end up in a situation where we're like, this really doesn't look good. It should have been deeper. So I added extend depth a little bit more just to be safe. The other thing that I want to do today is, obviously we will build back the drills and refineries once we're done. The refineries, I'm not sure. We might leave those. We'll see. It depends a little bit on the next thing, which is outlining the rocket silo walls, kind of like the shape of it, as well as the rocket footprint. So we want to make sure that the rocket will actually fit into the rocket silo with enough space for it to take off and land and stuff like that. So I'm going to put, for the rocket footprint, I'm just going to put down an outline of like what the rocket walls itself might look like. And then around that, I'll put the rocket silo walls, and those we will probably like build all the way up, and we'll have some facilities within and some windows that you can look into the silo, and we'll make it all nice. And the last thing is outlining the silo door hatch. I want this to be to have at the top like kind of an openable, I don't know if that's a word, but kind of like a door that can open. We will need to figure out how to build that, and we need to figure out what we need to do to make that happen. We might, or not might, but almost certainly, I want these doors, they will be big, and we'll probably need to use pistons to move them. So we can't just use the hangar doors that we use up here. They will be way too small. But for those doors to retract, we'll probably need to drill holes in the side of the silo, right? So the doors can retract into the ground, basically. In theory, we could put them on top, and maybe we'll do that if the other plan doesn't work. But we'll need to figure it out. We need to think about this a little bit and maybe do a little bit of experimentation. These are my main objectives for today. Depending on how we're doing, we'll do some more, or we'll do a little bit less. But we'll see. But the first order of business, extend depth a little bit more. So let's get some pistons on a drill arm. Okay, so I installed some lights here so we can see a little bit. I want to add 2 or 3 more pistons on top, so we can push this further down. I just need to figure out what the best way is to add those pistons on top. Let me add a couple of blocks here. So I think there's 2 ways. We can either use merge blocks, or we can use detached heads, I think. So let's take this off here. And I think we're just going to destroy the stone this time around. So we probably don't even need the conveyor. Although we'll fill up the base with stone, and then just destroy whatever is too much. So this piston would be the wrong way around, but if we flip it around, right, it's gonna be like offset like this. So what we'll need to do is put a block here, a couple actually, and then figure out how low we can put the piston. This is too low. Yeah, we can put it here. And then we can take off this head here. And we'll lose a little bit of extension of this piston, but ultimately that's fine. And let's see, and then we can take the piston top part, right? And we can... Can't we? Maybe we cannot. I thought we can put it on top of there. Maybe we need the piston higher. Let's put the top part on here first, just for... Yeah, so we can put this here. And now we can put the piston... So it doesn't work here, but it does work here. Okay. So now we can just... We need to do it the other way around. This will work, but we need to do it the other way around. So let's... There's one more piston. There's one more piston, so we have like roughly 3 more. And now we take this top part off here. I actually think we can probably... Yeah, we could fit one more. Let's do that. Let's do that. Right? Come on. No, we cannot. Interesting. Well, that's disappointing. Okay. And so now what we can do here is we can extend this piston until it reaches that head, roughly. Did I messed this up here, right? There's 2 piston top parts on top of each other. Now I'm wondering if that was part of the problem why I couldn't put another piston down here, but whatever. So let's lower this down, and then when it's just about touching it, I'm gonna stop it. And now I can say attach. There we go. Now this head is attached to this piston. So now, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able... Is this normal that I can see in there? Let's retract this. I don't trust this. Let's try this here. I'm gonna take this off. This arm here. So I'm not sure if this is attached here. Let's see if I can... I guess I can look into this as well. So then probably it is. But if I take this one off and it's not attached, then I will lose my arm. The arm will collapse and I will have to rebuild everything, which I don't want to. So I'll take the top arm off and we'll see if this part here like can fall over or not. If it can't fall over, then it is attached. Then I can just rebuild this part and then take this one off, and then we should be good. Looks good. Let's slam into it. Okay. I thought I was like, oh, let's try to push it over. And that was not smart, I guess. It was a good idea. I thought. Okay. Let's grab him. Oh, let's not kill myself again. Okay. It's fine though, I think, right? It appears to be... Oh no. I cannot reattach it. Well, I need merge blocks now. Okay, let's see. Let's clean this up in general a little bit. Okay, now they're merged. So we can connect this, remove the merge blocks. Let's make these all show an inertia sensor, tensor, sorry. Okay. Now we should be able to remove this here. If not, maybe we'll just skip the whole making it deeper thing. There you go. Let's remove these here. I'm not sure if they might prevent some of these pistons from opening here. Okay, so let's run it and see how it goes. Okay. On. Oh, we need to reconnect the conveyor to actually collect the material. I'm not super concerned about collecting the material. Like, if we don't get it, then we don't get it. But yeah, I think these
fuel critical.
Oh no. Ouch. Oh. That wasn't very smart, was it? Let's hook up the conveyors though. Conveyor is hooked up, so we'll just let this run until the pistons are all the way down, and then we should be good and golden here. Let's think about the sealable doors up here. So I think the idea is we want to have a door that opens up like here, right? So we can see it from our base over there. So let's just get this out here. Okay. So I think I want it to sit right here. So that's kind of like the layer at which I want the door to be. Okay, so then it extends in this direction. And in this direction. The only thing is, it'll probably, like, if we extend this like all the way, right, to make here a big gigantic door, then it will need to retract. It'll need to go all the way like this, roughly. Just to, this is the same grid here, so I should be able to just, yeah, that looks good. So we'll go all the way over here, and then there's some stuff underneath here as well that we need to stay aware of. The connector and stuff here that might get in the way. How deep is that? It goes all the way up to this car container here. Can we poke a hole here? That'll give us some insight. And it goes 2 blocks deep? I think so, yeah. So let's look at it from the other side. So where's the little hole? Here's the little hole. We'll need to come out just a little bit more. In fact, we'd have to come out basically all the way over here, which might even make it collide with our ejector here. So we may have to redesign that as well. It'll be just enough probably. Okay. But how deep will it be? So it is relatively deep. So even these blocks here are 1 too high still. It'll be 1 deeper than this, at least. We could move it down even more. So, and we said it's 2 deeper than this, right? So if we pull this out here, this is level with this. Yeah. We're gonna have 1, 2. What just happened? So I think we should be good. This is going to be too deeper. So we'll clear, vertically clear all the mechanisms. Because the door, right? The door needs to, just to be closed right now, it needs to go from all the way here to all the way over here. And then to open it, we need to pull it back all the way to over there. And that obviously will mean pistons. And how many pistons, right? We'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, roughly. Let's see if this is the center here. I think it should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. What's that noise? Or is it... Have we reached maximum extension yet? No. But they are going down, right? Yes. Okay. So yeah, I think this will work like this. So what we do need to do is we need to drill holes for the door to retract into. And I realized since we're gonna have the silo door on top here, we can't actually run any conveyor or anything else down the side because the silo door will like cut it. We'll need to run it in here and then bring it in around the silo door so the silo door can clear it. But that should be fine. Not too complicated. So, right, if we want to be able to have the door retract here at this layer roughly, we'll need to have a drilling mechanism that can drill into the side of this thing here deep enough, 14 blocks deep. And then we need the same thing on the other side. But also, like, I don't want to break the ground. I understand that we might break the ground over here in this area. Right, because the doors will be underneath these blocks here. So at this point here, these blocks are hovering off of the ground, meaning we will break the ground here. In that case, I will just... maybe I'll just drop it down one layer. I think I'll drop it down one layer. That should prevent that from happening. And even if it did happen, I could just pull in a floor layer here with blocks. So I won't put the door on this height here. I'll put it one lower. Oh, that was an accident, but perfect. A perfect accident. Like this. So if we want to drill... How big was the drill? Actually not super big, right? Half a block, maybe, at most. So I think if we just put a drill contraption at this height here, it shouldn't break the ground above, right? We should test that. And we should test it somewhere where we have sufficient ground to not worry about breaking the ground, because we can't easily put the voxels back again once they're removed. So let's try this over here. We're gonna put down a piston. And then I'm gonna put a drill on top. And then we're gonna connect this here for power. So the theory is if we put blocks above like this, it will not protrude into that block space. Right, so whatever it excavates will not go above these blocks, which I'm pretty sure is true. Yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. Okay. Now we just need to build this in a scalable way. So yeah, this arm needs to come out from the center. It needs to go the entire distance. So I think, can I even put a drill here? Yes, I can. But I need it lower. This is too high. I need the drills right there. But I also need them attached to a piston. And not just a piston, but actually, I said 14 blocks, right? That makes times 2.5 meters is 25 and another 10. So that's 35 meters. So I need at least 4 piston in series to get that amount of extension. So the doors can fully retract into the walls. And probably a little bit more. So I'm gonna do 5 pistons. Just to have some space in the back. I'll need to build stuff and yeah, I need some space in the back. 5 pistons should be okay. 5 pistons is 10 blocks. Oh, it's blocks, not meters. I said earlier 5 pistons, but oh no, yeah. Okay, let me think about this. 7 pistons is roughly 14 blocks. Which is basically right over here. So I need the full length. Okay, let me try to hook up the pistons here and get some drills on it and see if we can drill out the space that we need for the door eventually. Get back to you when I'm ready to drill. Okay, so this is how far I am right now. This is the drill arm. It's hooked up to conveyor. The only thing is, to get it all the way over here where I want it, I need to build this back. to some degree. So I need to at least remove one of these refineries and rerun some of this conveyor like more inside this hillside. It's quite laggy as well right now. This is done. These are fully extended, so I can. What I will do is I will build back this arm, and I will build back this arm, and will then make some space up here. I won't build back this entire thing, I think, for now. But yeah, so build back the arm. Make some space here, reroute some of the conveyors in the wall, so that I can have this extend further out, and then I'll weld this all up, and then we'll do the actual drilling. That's the plan. See you in a couple minutes. Okay. The drill arm is all set up. So I think now we just need to turn on the drills and extend these pistons to get our kind of door area mined out. Yeah, let me quickly grab these drills. These pistons have stopped moving. My guess is they don't have enough force. So I'm gonna increase. There we go. That fixed it. Okay. I think that's it. And this worked. This worked well. But now I'm starting to doubt that this is deep enough. Well, if it's not 100%, let's measure. Let's look. Let's get some blocks down here. So 14 blocks is basically the thing for the fully extended. I'm gonna put a block here. Oh no. 10, 11, 12. I mean, it's gonna be close to 14. I just need to bury the piston somewhere, but that's fine. Okay. Let's see if we should be processing the stone. I think they are all hooked up. Yeah, okay, these are already emptying. Yeah, no, this is great. This is perfect. I just need to figure out how to weld this up, because I will have to put a large, what's it called? Blast doors, probably. Maybe I won't use blast doors all the way. Maybe I will only use blast doors at the boundaries and use other blocks in other positions, just because they're less resource intensive. Okay, let me quickly see how we're faring with stone processing. Okay, we have a lot of stone. We're gonna be working through that, I'm sure. I can't build this back before we're done with processing the stone, so I'm gonna just leave it here for now. We'll need to build something similar in the other direction once this is built back, though. We talked about outlining the spaceship, the rocket, so I think that's something I can look into. Let's go all the way down here, at the bottom of the funnel, the barrel. Let's bring this down here for alignment purposes. Okay, I ran the steel down here. Sorry, the armor blocks, but I also decided to run some conveyor so I have access to a cargo container down here. I think at this point the drills might be. There's still a bunch of stone here, so maybe not quite yet. Maybe we should install a dashboard down here so we can see what's going on. Let's quickly do that, actually. Okay, so 2 panels, inventory dashboard programmable block. And we're gonna set up 2 new dashboards here. This here, by the way, does not work, so I should remove that. And we're gonna add another one here. Not working. Panel, not dashboard. Okay. Should probably have a message here that says, hey, I can't find the block that you configured. Oh, I need to recompile. When you change the custom data, you do need to recompile. There we go. Okay, we can see we're currently building interior components. Here's our stone is almost, we're almost through. Okay, let's quickly measure this out down here. Okay, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Let's see. How far are we? Yeah, we processed all the stone. Then let's go and build that back up there. And drill it in the other direction. And then we can continue down here. Okay, so I've built back the drills. Now I need to flip it onto the other side and basically make the same setup to drill out the other side over there. And I hope I don't destroy anything in my base doing so. Let me set that up, and then we can hopefully watch it drill this out. Okay. The drill heads are all welded up. I think I'm ready to run them. Uh-oh. Let's turn them off. Reverse the pistons. And turn them off. Okay. I was changing the position of the camera, sorry, of the spectator, when I realized that these drills might hit my cargo containers. Let me double check this. Right now, it seems like they might be clearing it, like just barely. I don't know if they will destroy it, grinding past it like that. You know, really? They weren't even on! So I think they might clear it. I'll give it I'll risk it. If the car container explodes and I need to clean everything up, then that's what it is. Pistons as well. I mean, I think it's fine. Did it damage it? No. Perfect. Hello. we are just clearing that. But I think I need to increase the strength of pistons again. Oh, actually this... No, they're not fully extended, yeah. So let me do that quickly. Okay. I mean, we broke through the ground here a little bit, but that's fine. That's not too big a deal. A little bit more here. Can patch that all up just with some flooring. Not too bad. So I think now we'll wait until the stone has been processed again, so we can clear those drills without all the stone falling out. Oh, something came crashing down here. While we wait for the stone to be processed, we'll continue down here. So, the rocket. I think what I want is something... I'm putting these blocks here down as an outline, roughly. It's not actually part of the rocket, but it would be in the center here, obviously. I think I want to have something that is roughly 5 by 5 blocks in size. And I do want to shape it into a semi-round shape. Now I'm wondering, obviously, what if I chose something that were a little bit bigger? Because we do have a lot of space in the silo. We do need to consider there needs to be some space between the actual rocket and the actual silo inner walls. Right? So like maybe at least 3 blocks or something like that. And we do need to consider there needs to be a connector somewhere. And a way to board the rocket. But let's say I think 3 could be enough. So if we had the silo walls here, right? And obviously I'll make that round-ish as well. This is obviously way too close. Maybe it's not obvious, but so I think we just have a lot of space. Is I guess what I'm trying to say here, right? So even if I do think I want some amount of space on the inside of the silo walls, right? So there's the inner silo wall where then there's the inside of the silo where the rocket is, but I also want some space, like on this side, so I can have like I don't know, like a control room or something like that down here. I think this amount of space here should be fine. Like we could have a block here, and this could be the back wall, right, of this control room, for example. So basically, if we made this the silo walls, we probably would want to have it rounded out somehow. And then also like 4 on this side would be like, so this is the outside wall, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, like this. Obviously we don't want it to be square, so we'll put some blocks here for now to make it round-ish. And we can obviously use better shaped blocks in the future. And do the same in this direction here. Let's just outline it. Let me do this for the whole thing, and then we can take a closer look at the rocket itself. Okay, so I do think I may want to increase the rocket size by 1 layer. Now looking at this, I think doing it 7 by 7 is gonna make more sense. Just by the space of the available space in the silo here. That said though, I might... So this is like 7 by 7 now. But I might take this one outside block off. Just to give it a somewhat more... a rounder shape. Yes. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then some of the other blocks will be half blocks and kind of corner blocks and stuff as well. But this looks pretty good, I think. So the obviously this is not the exact position of the rocket. We'll have to have thrusters and stuff like that, right? But this will be like the shape of the rocket. And this out here will be the shape of the silo. I think that makes a lot of sense, and it looks decent. Okay. Let's see, how is the stone doing? I'm still working on it. So, while we wait for the stone to finish, I actually want to raise up a column all the way here with some indicators of the height. I want to know how high this is. We will have to raise these walls all the way up, and I think for actually welding that up, I might build another piston setup that will drop some welders down here that kind of welds up the entire inside of the of this potentially. But before I do that, I might also need to build something similar that does the same for the outside wall first, and then shrink it down to do it for the inside wall. But yeah, I need to know how high this is so I can calculate how many pistons I would have to sequence. And in this case, I'd probably have to snake the pistons instead of stacking them up, because this is a lot of space. But yeah, let me do this here, and then get back to you to explain the rest. So, I just talked about how I want to build the inner walls using some contraption that drops the welders down, basically. And I do still think that makes sense, because I do need to build the inner walls for the entire silo, like all the way around. The outer walls, however, I think that's going to be overkill. Yes, I want to have like a control room or something somewhere, but I don't think I need... Like, I don't need this built out all the way around, all the way up and down, right? So I probably want to have some kind of elevator or something that allows me to come up and down here, and then want to have a control room somewhere, probably on the same level that has the access to the actual rocket. So there will be like some kind of a walkway or something like that takes you to the rocket, and the rocket will have an airlock that is an actual airlock, so that in space it'll function as an airlock, and on the ground it'll be the access that allows you to walk onto the rocket. But I don't need much more than that particular space. I don't need to build out everything. I think this should be done. Let's retract that and then build it back. Okay, so I've built back the drills. I think I want to try to build the door. So what I will do is I'm thinking right now what the best way to do this is. I do think I need to figure out how many pistons I need, right? And we've determined before that this is 14 blocks here. 14 blocks is times 2.5 is 28 plus 7 is 35, so it's 4 pistons. We need 4 pistons. Actually, yeah. We don't need to retract them more than to here, right? Because that's actually the inner side of the silo. That actually may make this a little bit simpler. So this is actually, right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is only 8 blocks. So it's actually only 7 inside blocks even. And a half, 7.5. So that rounds it up to 8. Times 2.5 is 20, is 2 pistons. We actually only need 2 pistons. So we need 8 inside blocks and 2 pistons. So here, there we go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2 pistons. So 1 piston here. 2 pistons here. Right, and now I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I still need 14, obviously, in total. Let's remove these here. So 8, but we need 14. So we need to add 6 more. And once we added 6 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This now should line up with down there. Let's drop down. It does. Perfect. Let's do the same procedure on the other side. Let's drop this down here. And then do 8 blocks back. And then put pistons here. And then add 8 blocks. And then add 6 blocks more. And this should line up with the inner wall down there now. Yeah. Perfect. So I think one relatively easy way to weld this up, at least most of it, could be to just have a row of welders right here at the top, and then just push those pistons out, and we'll weld up most of the blocks eventually. Do I need more than 1 piston though? Should I have multiple pistons back here to open and close this? I mean, I don't think I technically need to, but let's do that, I think. I think the last block I want to do blast doors. And then come over here as well. I could put some more pistons here. And then I should be able to just say here, attach. Oh. Well. This didn't work out. I'm surprised that didn't work. Okay, let me try this again. A little bit different this time. Add a piston head here. Piston head here. Don't think so. Yeah, no. Do I need to set them to shear inertia tensor? Almost certainly. Attach. Okay. Nope, this is not working. Oh, blasted a couple big holes into my into my setup here. Oh well, we'll figure out what to do with these. We'll patch them up. Okay, so I guess we're only gonna use a single piston then. If you have any ideas like what I'm doing wrong, or if I'm doing anything wrong, or if this just doesn't work, if you just can't attach multiple pistons. But I'm sure I've seen people do this. But maybe it only works in single player worlds. Well, if you have any ideas what I can do here to make that work, let me know. For now, no pistons. No second pistons, at least. Let me build out the thing though. For now, and see like what it looks like. Hey, Editor Me here. At this point, my spectator footage cut out. I had some problems with the spectator recording, and at this point, at least the spectator footage for the remainder of this build cut out and was lost. So we're going to do a little bit of a time jump here, but I am going to talk you through what I did and how just in a second. So let's get back to the video. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I think I had an issue with my recording, and I'm afraid you probably didn't see me build most of this. What I did though, to fill you in quickly, I put up a line of welders down here, and I put up another line of welders over here, and I had to do two because the door, when it extends, wouldn't come out fully, so I needed to have a second line of welders so I could make sure that it's welded up entirely. And then I put a line of welders underneath the welders to weld up the welders, because, you know, that's what you do. But let's check it out. I have this button here, and if I press it, the door closes. Look at that. I probably need to remove some of these blocks over there. And I haven't set the pistons to a max distance yet, so the door is actually going a little bit further than what it should. But yeah, since you missed the first time I built this door, how about you watch me building it a second time over here? Let's get to it. What? What just happened? Anything get destroyed? Pistons look good. Oh, this looks fine, I think. Maybe nothing got destroyed? Okay. Look at that. It's perfect! Okay. So, this was, yeah, more effort than I anticipated. Next time I do something like this, I should make sure that when I dig out the space, that I have enough space for the welders underneath. So I should have had 2 or 3 rows of drill heads, really. So I wouldn't have to have dug those trenches, these tunnels. But yeah, the 2 doors are here. I still have the scaffolding here, and I will leave it here, I think, because I still want to build these walls up, and I want to suspend something from up here to do that. But I believe the doors work. Shall we give it a try? Do one at a time, or do you want to do both at once? Let's do one at a time, and then we do both at once. This is the left door. Smooth as butter. This is the right door. And then the red button is to open and close both at the same time. Let's close them properly. You can see it closed. There you go. Perfect. I mean, look at it from above. I'd call it a rocket silo, right? So here's what I will do. I will do a quick round of cleanup. And when I say this, I'm not going to clean up everything because, again, I'm not going to... I need some... Oops, what did I do? I will need some of these the scaffolding still. But I will remove the pistons... sorry, not the pistons, the welders on this side. And I will patch up some of the holes. I'll patch these holes up here, fill it in with some blocks. And then I'll get back to you. Oh no. I crashed my welding ship. I came in too steep and I was too quick. And the thrusters did not have enough lift to... okay. I need to get some thrusters back on here so I can lift it back up. Let's see here. See if we can move it. Yes, okay. I think we lost the welder, but that's about it. I think I wanna... Let me make a little change here. I think I wanna put a hinge here. So I can... Oh wow, this doesn't... There we go. And I think I want some more thrusters as well, in to various directions. And this thruster here is almost damaged. Okay, let me quickly clean it up and fix it, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I welded back up. I added a hinge here so I can actually adjust the welder position a little bit, and also makes the welder come out further. It gives a little bit more control in the tip. I mean, don't judge me for how it looks. I decided to add 2 more thrusters forward facing, so when I tilt down, it doesn't. It has a little bit more carrying capacity. Let's see if we can weld up stuff now without crashing it. Can't actually see the welder out of the cockpit. Thought I would. So if I even out the horizon and bring this all the way down now, I should be able to just there we go. Perfect. Nice. Hey, I think there's some useful improvements here to the welding ship. I may have to make it look a little bit nicer and I can probably blueprint it at some point. But let me actually, before I continue on here, I'll fix these blocks here again that I crashed into, and then I'll weld the whole thing up, and then I'll see you again after that. See you in a couple of minutes. Okay, it's all welded up. I think we missed one spot there in the corner, but that's fine. I can fix that by hand. Let's park this beauty and let's clean up the welders underneath the second door. Okay, here we are. I cleaned up the welders. I patched this over there. I cleaned up the one crossbar. I need to fill in these holes over there. Let me quickly do that and then we'll wrap it up. Let's check out what we did. We extended the depth a little bit more on the rocket silo. We built back the drills and the refineries. We outlined the rocket silo walls and the rocket footprint. We outlined the silo doors and hatch. And we built the silo doors. That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to kind of building the silo walls, interior walls, and starting to kind of thinking a little bit about the control room and things, then hopefully next time. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. It greatly helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate that. And if you want to see more like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I upload Space Engineers videos twice a week, and there's lots of other stuff to explore on the channel. And if you know somebody who might enjoy this video too, please share it with them. It's the best way to help the channel grow. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.